Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a rare treat. That's not, yeah, it is a rare treat. This is a battle report between the Beastmen, well, not Beastmen, the Herd. I'm giving you a 9th Age battle report. And Warriors of the Dark Gods. This is a long battle, long time coming. This is a battle between me and Oncebitten at Atomic Empire. We decided to play a game of 9th Age, 2,500 points. Here's my deployment. I have 2 Chaos Chariots in this picture, 1 unit of Chosen, because the rules for Chosen are a little bit better. And I feel that Warriors in this edition are not really that great. The Chariots are still good. I'm bringing a Chaos Lord on a Dragon, a Demon Prince, another Chariot, a unit of Marauder Horsemen, 2 Sorcerers with the Mark of Lust, which is like the Mark of Slaanesh or Lore of Slaanesh. And they're bringing the Lore of Lust. Over here, he's brought forward his giant horde of, I want to say, gore, and a unit of Longhorns, about 20 of them. And the rest of his army is actually coming in on ambush. And I have 1 ambushing unit as well. It's the unit of, what do they call, Barbarians now, with flails and the Mark of Wrath. And a Drawl. A Drawl is a character that actually gives you the ability to bring on ambushers of your own with an upgrade. So I get first turn. I move forward like this. I'm trying to get the sorcerers away from where his giants will be coming from. That's right. Yeah, that's right. He's bringing in giants from my probably my table rear. So I want to try to get everything away from that area because that could be bad for any of my units, even the Warriors or the Chosen or Favored. The reason why I picked the Favored of Slaanesh is because they get to reroll the charge, which is huge, and they also get +1 movement. So that's actually pretty good. And there's a banner that they're using that gives everybody within 12 inches +1 movement too. So they're actually at movement 6. So that's actually really good. In his turn, my magic phase was null because I didn't have anything to bring on, anything to use magic on. And he brought on his Ravengers. They're kind of like a beefed up version of Harpies. And he really didn't have any magic to actually do. So I bring forward my dragon. Well, no, this is just a picture of his Ravagers and such. And I'm bringing forward, we were looking at it. I'm looking at this like, okay, so if I bring my dragon forward, I can get around here and I can concentrate all my power on that unit over there. If I can get my dragon and my demon prince out and away from his giants. Well, that didn't happen because his giants came in. He got some really good rolls on deployment, and they came in, and now I have another issue. I have to get the demon prince away from the giants. A good way of doing this would probably be to charge that new gore unit that came in on my right. And I'm thinking, that's not bad. That shouldn't be that bad. It's not that far of a charge. I should be able to make that. Wrong. I'm not going to make that. I think I rolled a bunch of 1s and 2s. So now in his turn, the demon prince is about to get hit in the back by 2 giants. So that's going to be bad. I thought about it. I was like, they should kill the demon prince in 1 turn. They should kill him in 1 turn. And I wanted to play this particular battle because I was kind of intrigued on how these totems really worked. And what these totems really are bound spells, if you will, that you can use to do buff ups, which is great because you're not bringing more wizards than you have to in order to get certain spells, and you can stack different buffs onto onto different units. I think that's how it works. If I'm wrong, and somebody comment, please. But yeah, here's a picture of the gore coming in. So now I'm fighting against 3 hordes. And my Demon Prince is not in the position where I need him to be. And in my turn, I should be able to bring in a unit of barbarians, and they should help out by coming in through the rear. And I really don't even know where to bring them in on the rear, because if I bring them in, what I should have done is I should have brought them closer to the Longhorns and then had them fight the Longhorns. That way, they would have started off, the Longhorns would have started with less ranks than me, and I would have been able to win off of attrition. But I wasn't thinking in that direction. I just wanted to get my guys out of there. So I moved all the chariots and stuff out of range. Well, away from the giants. He moves his harpies to the right of the Demon Prince. And, I'm like, oh, go ahead, bring it. Run those suckers into the Demon Prince. I'll be fine with that. And this is the picture of the Demon Prince failing his charge, because I rolled a bunch of 1s and 2s. So he's stuck right there, going to get hit in the back by 2 giants. And yeah. That plan went up in smoke. And the more that Oncebitten plays against me, he's starting to realize that my dice don't really like me all that much. They kind of hate me. And yeah. And I moved the swift movers over to the right, to the left, because I don't want them to be able to get charged by anything. That's my plan. Keep them away. As long as Oncebitten doesn't get all of his charges that he needs, I should be good. I should be okay with this situation, because it's almost like we're turning. Our forces are turning to hit each other, and I kind of like that movement. And one of the reasons why I'm playing the Ninth Age is because Kings of War, while it may be a good game and the people that created it are very good people, and they really care about the public, it still doesn't have the customization that I want. And I like customization, so I decided to go with the Ninth Age. I read over the Kings of War rules and everything, and it just seems bland to me. So I'm playing this. What I did find out, though, all the upgrading that I put on my guy on the dragon, totally useless, because you don't use any of the items or abilities of a guy on top of the dragon, which I find that to be kind of silly. And you just have the wounds of the dragon, which I also find silly. I mean, heck, even the Lord of the Rings, even though the chick knocked the guy off the dragon and then stabbed him in the face, at least he survived the death of his dragon. But apparently, once the dragon dies, you die, which is weird. Because the model, the rider and the dragon itself is treated as separate, but they're combined once you're in close combat, which is weird. Yeah, I'm still looking at this thing here. This is going to be bad with the Demon Prince. And oh yeah, I fled with the barbarians on horseback, and they fled through the dragon, and it caused the dragon and the rider to flee. I find that silly as well, because it's a guy on a freaking dragon. People running away on the ground would not startle a dragon or a lord, especially if it's a tactical withdrawal. That's what they should add. If it's a tactical withdrawal that you're using to flee with, then then it doesn't panic nearby units. That's fair. That actually would make a lot more sense than I'm going to use this tactical withdrawal, and this tactical withdrawal is going to cause my own army to do something that I wasn't planning on doing. I mean, the general was actually commanding the army to flee away from danger, and through his own order, he flees himself. That makes no sense. But anyway, he charges, in his turn, he charges the Ravagers into the side of a chariot. I'm not too afraid of this. The chariot does have a 3-up armor save, but they get +1 strength on the charge. So that's actually pretty cool. And then here's where the Demon Prince gets charged in the rear by 2 giants. 2 hairy, stinking giants. That's not going to be good. Well, in my turn, since I have movement 6 with my Chaos Warriors, I rolled, and they rolled a really good roll. Got one of my chariots into close combat. I should be good. This is Chaos Warriors, the chosen, the favorite of Chaos, the favorite of the dark gods, against the worst. And they should do okay. Over here in close combat, the giants yell and ball, and the chariot takes on 2 wounds from the Ravagers. Okay, and this is actually a picture coming into my turn, and the favorite did quite well in their close combat. Chariot did quite well, and it looks like it's swinging in my favor into that close combat. However, he's probably going to send in his Longhorns into my flank. My guys did come in. I moved and reformed the guys on horseback. What I should have done was probably, I don't know, because a lot of the magic for the Lore of Lust is very close range magic, and so I really have no choice. I rallied the Chaos Lord after he ran from his unit fleeing on their own, not them fleeing from a close combat. I think that should be changed. That definitely should be changed. Choosing to flee should not be a downside in that respect. I know a lot of people don't like the double fleeing, but that is weird. That's a weird mechanic. Anyway, it's a weird mechanic that 8th edition had, and I don't like the fact that it's still in 9th age. But anyway, so I should be able to hold that unit there. And my unit came in through the rear, so as long as that unit holds for 1 turn after this close combat, I should be good. I should be able to make this charge. It should work out. He kills one guy, one favored, and he does 2 wounds on the chariot. The chariot takes his attacks and he puts it on his BSB and kills him. And then in his turn, he charges in on the flank of the chariot. That chariot is really dead. The Demon Prince is actually doing quite well in his close combat. He's not dead. I'm not saying that he's doing quite well. He's doing well because he's not dead. Because every single time he's rolling the Thump with Club, which you need to roll initiative test. And initiative test on a Demon Prince is like initiative 8 or 7 or something like that. It's something crazy, and he's not failing that. And everything over there is stubborn, so it's just going to sit there. Of course, they kill the chariot. The favored, they do a substantial amount of damage, but there's also a flank and a charge. His lord kills quite a few. The favored flee, and then when they flee, they clip the horse riders, which, oh man, that was unintended. the Longhorns fall out of close combat, and this is not going to be good for the horse riders at all. However, it does give me a flank charge with the dragon, and possibly a charge with the barbarians. I do charge with the dragon, but the barbarians fail the charge. I rolled really, really low. And that sucks because I needed that extra flank over there in order to push this into my favor. When that charge failed, I knew where this is going. I did have a chariot to charge. I had to charge a chariot out and away so I can get the dragon into close combat. The chariot made its long charge, but the marauders, the barbarians didn't make it, so it's not good. It's not good at all. I still have one chariot out there, and I still have the favored. They're still alive. In this edition, though, when a unit breaks, they don't lose their banner, and the banner carrier doesn't die. So if you have an expensive BSB or whatever, he doesn't just keel over and die. However, the whole dragon thing I don't like the way it works. That needs to be worked on, I think, and I think I'm going to go on the forum and speak on that, because I don't think it was intentional. I don't think it was something that they tried to fix it, but they didn't really put too much work into fixing it, because who uses dragons? Well, you got to make rules for everybody. Anyway, and I'm one of these people that like using dragons, so there you go. And that was another thing about Kings of War. The Chaos faction has pretty much no dragons, and you pretty much have a universal creature that you can use, and I don't like that. That's lazy. It's not a dragon because it doesn't have a breath weapon. It just gets a bunch of attacks if you charge somebody on the flank. All right, in close combat, the Demon Prince finally wakes up out of his stupor. He's been clunked on the head long enough, and he kills one of the giants. It took forever for him to get the courage, I guess. He's like, I don't know, I just don't know. Bam, I'm tired of this crap. Die. The chariot dies, of course, through combat. He dies. It took quite a while, though, for them to kill the chariot. I think I'm going to, my next list, I'm going to bring something a little more mobile than this list. This list is, it's not as mobile as I thought it would be. I'm probably going to get rid of the favorite. It's not that they're a bad unit. It's just that it didn't match with the rest of the scheme of the army. The Demon Prince is going to go. He's too expensive for what he does. And yeah, he held the giants there, but I wasn't really afraid of the giants. They were, whatever they hit, I was like, okay, they hit them. I'm going to leave that section alone. I'm going to leave it. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. And again, the Demon Prince would have functioned better if I used him a little better, a little more cautiously, I guess. But hell, whatever. In this close combat, the dragon wins close combat. He turns to face me, and the favorite are there. They're gonna charge in my turn, and then the barbarians are gonna charge the Longhorns. At least try to do some damage. It would have been better if I had charged the Longhorns in the rear earlier. That would at least staved off his ability to countercharge the favored with those Longhorns and kill the chariot. Because he wouldn't have wanted to give the rear to me for his Longhorns, because that would have been pretty much of a wash loss for him. So I needed to use that better. Because it's been such a long time since I had a unit that actually ambushed properly. Not some unit that just ambushes and then he just Oh, I'm gonna bring that unit up on your side of the table. Thanks, Beastman Ambush. Thanks a lot. So, so here we go. Here's the barbarians charging the front of the Longhorns, and the chosen, the favored, charging into the gore that are left. And that gore unit is quite an expensive unit, by the way. It's I think he touted me. He said that it was around 1,000 or so like 800 or so points, a little over 800 points, I believe. And so it's actually he actually got more points. You know what? I'm not going to say much more about that. They did quite well for themselves. The chosen, the favorite, are about 280 points. So that amount. Probably, if I'm going to use the favorite, I probably need to bring more of them. But I haven't used chosen in quite some time. So over here in close combat, he yells and balls and wins by 2. The demon just sits there because he's stubborn and he just rolls his 9. And then over here, his lord is going to challenge. I think his lord challenges the guy. No, wait. I think I actually challenged with the with my guy, and then in close combat, they pretty much demolish the unit. The unit flees. We don't quite catch him. We roll double ones to chase him down, and he rolled a 12 to run. So he ran quite far, and I rolled like double ones, triple ones for the dragon, and then I rolled a 10 or an 11 for the favored. But I think I actually caught them because they get +1 on their movement. But I don't think you count in their regular movement in there, so I'm kind of iffy about that. Do you get the +1 always, or is it, you know what I mean? Yeah, and over here there's still a pillow fight between a dragon, a demon prince, and a giant. The demon prince is vastly just wasted his points, just vastly wasted. The chariot, my chariot does a long charge. It charges into that gore unit, and yeah, this is clocking down to the end. The barbarians do damage and they hold, but now they're at equal ranks, so this is not going to be good for them, and their strength is now reduced. So what I may end up doing from now on here on out is giving great weapons to those guys, or spears or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'll look through the book and see, because this is the fun thing about this. This is a learning experience. You know, before in 8th edition, it was no longer a learning experience. It's just rote memory stuff, and just kind of just play the game. It's getting boring, and I guess this 9th age actually gives you some more learning experiences, and I think that's what people that play Kings of War like about Kings of War. It's a learning experience right now, but I feel that once you get past that learning experience, that layer of learning experience, that top layer of fun, this is something new, that game is going to fall short because of its lack of being able to feel the need for conversions and whatnot. And I mean, I guess you get the conversions with the way that in this close combat. I'm sorry. Let me rewind. Go back to what I'm supposed to be doing. In close combat, the chariot dies. The dragon is left fighting a unit of strength 6 guys and a unit of gore that are coming in with their let's say gore, a unit of I'm not sure what they're called anymore now. Coming in on his flank. And again, the demon prince sits there, looks at the giant. They have a conversation. They play tiddlywinks. They snuzzle with their noses together. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I like you, demon prince. I like you too, giant. While the chosen lord, he's sitting there. He's like, "Would you freaking help, for God's sakes?" But he does quite a bit of damage to the Longhorns. It doesn't do so much damage on the other guys. The Demon Prince swings and he does 1 wound. He finally gets a hit in and he does 1 wound. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I like Demon Princes anymore. I think I'm going to use Chimeras now. And the favored are going to be another Chimera. Maybe even a Chimera Ancient. And in close combat here, I believe they do finally kill the dragon. Look what it took to kill him, though. He went through, I mean, a lot of people were like, oh, you know, one of my other friends was like, oh, the dragon, he's not that great, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but look what it took to take him down. It took a lot to take him down. And he took, oh, excuse me, he took a lot before he went down. Pretty much all that stuff over there that died of Oncebitten was the dragon doing it. The dragon did all the heavy lifting. So I think the dragon actually is a good unit to use for this 9th age. He just needs backup. But I hope you enjoyed this report. Please comment. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Thanks for watching.